In the previous tutorial, we created a sitemap using the Yoast SEO plugin, and I want to submit the sitemap to Google so that Google always knows when there's new content. We added a link to the sitemap in the footer, and that's great because Google will be coming back there periodically. But by actually giving Google the sitemap link inside the Google Search Console, Google will monitor that sitemap, and when new content is added, it will come back almost immediately to index that content and put it onto the search engine. So first thing I want to do is I want to go log into my dashboard and go down to the SEO XML sitemaps because I want to grab the link for my sitemap. And you can find your sitemap here, click on the button, and this will open up the URL for my sitemap. And you see here I've got posts and category sitemaps. All I need to do is submit this one sitemap, which is like the master sitemap, and Google will follow it and go to the post sitemap and the category sitemap and index both of them. The next thing you need to do is log into your Search Console. And once logged in, you need to scroll down and find the website you want to submit the sitemap for. And you can see it here in my Search Console. I'm going to just click on the domain name there. And then over on the left in this menu, you can click on Crawl and then Sitemaps. Now, at the moment, there's no sitemaps here. I want to add or test a sitemap. So what I need to do is paste in the URL. I don't need the whole URL because Google is adding the first bit. So I just need to remove the domain name and the slash and just add sitemap_index.xml. I'm going to just copy that. I'll show you why, because first off I'm going to test the sitemap, and what that does is Google goes and has a look and see whether it can actually find it. Test complete, view the results. And here I can see that there are no errors found. Number of children in the sitemap index is 2. Those are the two sitemaps, the post sitemap and the category sitemap. So everything is fine. I can close the test, and I'm going to go back in and just paste in the page again, but this time instead of clicking test, I'm going to click on submit. And that's the only reason why I copied the file name, was just so I didn't have to paste in the whole thing and edit it again. I didn't want to make a mistake. So let me click on submit. And it tells me now that the item is submitted and that I can refresh the page. And what this will do is once Google has been to the page and it's looked at everything, then the results will come up here. You see at the moment it's pending. So I'm going to pause the video until Google finishes this. It only takes a couple of minutes. Google has now completed its task. You can see here that it was processed now on the 31st of March 2016, which is today, and there are no issues at the moment. Normally you will have details here of the number of URLs submitted and the number of URLs that are indexed in Google. This is the first time I've actually noticed that they're not there yet, and I'm assuming that it's because Google now has to go in and index these individual sitemaps. So I'm going to come back in 24 hours and have a check, and I should find the submitted and indexed columns are then added with details. So that's the sitemap added. Now whenever I add new content to the site, Google will be notified of it and hopefully will come back quicker and index the content for me.